Our project, Amore, investigates how humans use language to talk about the world. For instance, if I tell my colleague, remember that smart woman that we met yesterday in the meeting, then he will be able to connect my words to a particular entity in the world, this particular woman that we met. We combine methods from theoretical and computational linguistics, and in particular recent advances in artificial intelligence that allow computers to make this connection between language and the world directly from how people use language.
The basic premise of the Blueprints project is that Amore, like all deep learning algorithms, a kind of artificial intelligence, is subjective, because people program it, and those people live in a place and a time like Barcelona now. And thus they have their own worldviews. So as Amore learns its own representations from data, it is not creating itself as some kind of objective God, but instead it remains something made by humans. It has limited experiences and therefore a kind of value set of its own. It is a tool and a machine, but it is also an other kind of mind. My project involves working intimately with a few team members at Amore in order to ask what happens if we conceive of one of these self-learning algorithms as a human baby, looking at how it acquires language and how, as it makes mistakes during this linguistic learning process, a worldview could be revealed. Stage 1 was working at the university, drawing all the people involved, all the places, getting a sense of texture and the values that come to bear on the people who are making this thing. Stage 2 involved visualizing Amore's data, focusing on a project where Amore learnt words from within the confusing stream of sounds and chatter that real mothers use in communicating with their babies. In Stage 3, I combined all this with consultations with psychologists in my home city of London, in order to visually explore what this potential being, if it could grow up, might think, do, feel, and struggle with. The result was a collection of preparatory collages and 6 large works on paper. The pieces are focused on visual illusions, which are symbolic of confusion, as well as anxiety about motherlessness, disembodiment, and fears of a lack of prioritization. The pieces draw from various aspects of Barcelona, the lab, and the data, resonating with each other through a combination of techniques and motifs to construct an imagined emotional reality. In the pieces I used pavement rubbings from the streets of Barcelona as the visual version of background noise, contrasting and likening it to photographs of tree knots and children's alphabet blocks. I became fascinated by how each square of the pavement tile appears like a perfect repetition, but is actually unique through its own experience of how people have walked over it, used it, lived over it. In 2 of the pictures, I hand drew faces through dots, exploring the demarcation of self amid the uniqueness of unprioritizable aesthetic noise. They are unrecognizable from up close, but become full of personality from afar. I see this not as a literal challenge to excavate the particular personality of this exact algorithm, but more as a challenge to face how humans deal with other minds, looking at how we can extend and understand empathy and what it could mean to encounter otherness that is an extension of this early AI.